People keep asking, are men okay? Well, here's why I'm not. In my 20s, I met a girl. We decided to move in together. We struggled, but we got by. After work one day, I found a note on my door. I unlocked the door and opened it and saw that she was gone. All of her things were gone. I set the stuff down that I was carrying and I sat down on the couch and her engagement ring on the coffee table. She had her mom pick her up because her mom wanted her to move back in with her. And in the same breath of the note, she mentioned that she was about a month pregnant. She would say that she would get a hold of me and let me know what she was going to do. About a week later, she contacted me saying that she was going to keep the baby and that it was mine, and she assured me that she hadn't been seeing anybody else. She also proceeded to tell me that she wasn't coming back, we weren't going to be together, that she was going to be staying with her mom's, and definitely that we had no future together. She stopped communication about 6 months after moving out, and I hadn't heard anything else. One day, my neighbor knocks on the door and announces to me that my daughter was born, and that my ex-fiance had decided to put my daughter out for adoption. My daughter was picked up by the adopted parents 3 days after she was born, and despite my mental, emotional, and financial efforts to try to find my daughter, I continued to run into dead ends because my ex-fiance decided that she was going to make it a closed adoption. When she filled out the paperwork for my daughter's birth certificate for the name of the father, she entered unknown. Apparently, this closed adoption didn't apply to my ex-fiance, as she was allowed visitation to see our daughter on a regular basis. She got to see my daughter grow up. The person that didn't want her was given the exception to see my daughter grow up, despite the closed adoption. On several occasions, I had told her, they need to know who I am. She should know who I am. There is no reason for this. This whole time that the person that gave her up has been given permission to watch her grow up. At the same time, the one person that wanted everything to do with her, I was dedicating my life to find her and was hitting every single legal brick wall imaginable because it was a closed adoption. Another woman from the time of my daughter's birth raised my daughter. Another man from the time of my daughter's birth raised my daughter, while I was out there making myself dizzy trying to find something that I could use to be able to find her and make contact with her and that family. It wasn't until she was 12 years old that she started asking questions and her adopted mom started searching. And for those 12 years, I was relentless in trying to find her, trying to find some way to contact these people and let them know who I was, because my daughter's mother would not share that information. I missed out on the most formidable years with my daughter. She had been established with that family for so long that when we finally met, it really didn't seem like much. There wasn't a way for us to definitively bond, because why would she need to? She already had a dad. She already had grandparents. She already had cousins. She already had siblings. We share personality, we share style, and we share tastes. Aside from that, I've been a complete stranger to her. She's had no motivation to call me dad. She's had a dad, and it wasn't me. We live over 150 miles apart, and she has had 12 years of this other family being established as her family, as her support system, as the people that she can go to if she needs anything, the people that she's drawn to, because that's who she grew up around. She has had no need for me. She's had no reason to be drawn to me. She has no reason to text me or call me and say, "Hi Dad, how are you doing?" because I'm not that person to her. She's now in her mid-20s and has 2 kids of her own, and at present, it's financially impossible for me to go see her or to see my 2 granddaughters. The one time that my first granddaughter and myself met was the second happiest day of my life. The first was when I finally met my daughter. But just like the first time I met my daughter, I was just some random stranger to my granddaughter. Again, I'm just one more person in the back of the line, because why would my presence be necessary to her? She's already got 2 sets of grandparents that she knows, that she's familiar with, that she has spent time with and has had available to her. I have missed almost every holiday and every birthday of theirs, and I have been without them on my birthdays because there has been no necessity for me to be a part of those things in their lives, because they already have those people in their lives. This is why I'm not okay. Happy fucking Father's Day to me, right?